your feed. Oh, let's check.
Said it, bro.
Oh, Black Box Radio. We in the box. Y'all don't even know. We are in the box. Listen, it's been very challenging. Technology is a beautiful thing, but it can be hard on your head when it doesn't work. So we're here.
Absolutely.
This is Black Box Radio. It's a Monday evening. It's 7:40. We're supposed to be out almost out of here by now, fun, okay? But we just started. But anyway, it's a blessing to be in space with you. I'm Queen. I'm a host at Black Box Radio. We're a media platform illustrating Black excellence in Baltimore City. We platform Black people, we expose Black genius, and we also disseminate information to other communities and our own community. But tonight, we're going to move forward really quickly because definitely we got on really late. And we have a special guest, guys. You don't know. I've been trying to get this king in forever. He is the funnel king man of the city. He is
Thank,
all
thank you.
over the place. So funnel cake. Well, let me say your name, Dwayne Benbow Jr. Let me start
Yeah.
with you, because I always call you Funnel KK. So
Right.
let
Right.
me just call you Dwayne. Dwayne is in the house. Say hi to the people, Dwayne.
What's up? What's up? How everybody doing? Dwayne Benbow is in here, aka the Funnel Cake King. We about to have some fun tonight, y'all. Y'all about to learn some stuff.
Absolutely. We are so happy to have you. First of all, I want to say thank you for your patience.
No
Absolutely. It's
problem.
been a lot of patience tonight with my technology issues. So thank you for that. So I'm going to jump right in. Funnel Cake King. How we get there, bruh? How we get from Dwayne Benbow to the Funnel Cake King? How that happen?
So actually, about I would have to say 2019. Like if you look at the bottom of my Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
you'll see that it got launched like 2019, like probably
Right there, before the pandemic, right before.
yeah, like October, probably around like September 2019. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened was it was just like me. I was in the schools and I was just just operating like I always do, just in the schools. I was low key. I've been doing it for like 5 years, like prior to me pretty much kind of putting the Funnel Cake King branding out there, and the
Mm-hmm.
name actually came from a principal and a student. The
Hmm.
principal, always is on a microphone at lunch. We got the funnel cake. We got the funnel cake. The funnel. They was calling me the funnel king, the funnel king, the funnel king, and then the kids was coming up saying, "I want this school that you was actually at." The
Mm-hmm.
school that you was actually at when you met Miss Ancovia that day in the cafeteria at Fairley. That school,
Oh, that's
those
cool. Okay.
that school, those kids, they just was like they was coming up to me just saying Funnel King, that's the Funnel Cake King. And then it's like they started saying it. And
Mm-hmm.
then I literally pulled my phone out and I saw that the Instagram was available, and I was like, all right, I'm that. I'm that. And
I
then
love
the photo, this is actually a photo of me. Like it was a photo of me
it. Mm-hmm.
holding a funnel cake, like a nice professional photo that was taken about 5 years ago. And it's like I never knew what to do with the photo. I just had it and I was like, I'm gonna do something with it. And then I turned it into a cartoon, and then the rest was just history. It's like a total of like five designers that actually kind of created this logo. And
Hmm.
yeah, even down to the font, like it was a person that kind of did the font, the outline of it. And then I was like, well, McDonald's is really successful at yellow and red, so I did the same thing. Yeah, it's
My
yellow and red.
man.
It's yellow and
My
red
man.
because that's me paying honor to McDonald's, and
Mm-hmm.
from there I was just like, yo, like I'm talking, just having conversations, and I was like, yo, I want to be the black Ronald McDonald, and like that's what the goal was. The goal was to be the black Ronald McDonald. Like I don't gotta be the clown. I don't gotta be a clown. I'm gonna just put the crown on,
Mm-hmm.
and the people that feel like I'm a clown for wearing the crown, I can't even get mad because it's like if a person feel like I'm a clown for putting a crown on, then it's like, well, what more can I do? What more can I do?
I love that.
I put a crown on. Y'all calling yourselves kings and queens. I'm actually wearing it. So like, if I'm a
Okay.
clown, I had to that was something I had to swallow, man. People might not like it. I
Mm-hmm.
might be considered a clown in my community
Sure.
and all that. But the kids called me the king, so I ran with it.
Listen, and that's all we care about is how our kids look at us. So that's a
Yeah,
beautiful thing. But more than anything, I like and y'all getting some game because brother
yeah,
just said that he looked at a proven color, a proven brand, and he just did his thing off of that. So red and yellow is proven in our society. McDonald's is everywhere.
yeah.
So he took the same colors, did his own thing, put his own spin on it. Because you have to understand, you don't have to start something new out here.
Exactly.
Sometimes you could just tweak what's out here, right?
That's it. Yeah, that's
Get some
it.
game. He just gave us some game, and look, he running to the bank, bro. He got the
Yeah.
bag.
Yeah, it's enough. It's enough people out here doing high quality stuff that we can,
Yeah,
we can learn from, and it's like our history. Our history always give us what we need to go forward. So
that's so true.
yeah,
That is so true. So tell us a little bit about who you are. I wanted to hear that immediately. Like how we get to the cooking the dough, and you're literally cooking the dough. So I wanted to know,
right.
like, who is D Benbow? Who are you? Where you from? Give us a little backstory on you.
I mean, so I was born and raised in Baltimore City.
Hmm.
Grew up in West Baltimore, Irvington, Yale Heights community.
Okay.
Every school that I ever went to, like literally was on Frederick Avenue. Like literally every school I ever went to was on
Wow.
Frederick Avenue. I went to Southwestern High School. I went to Beachfield. I went to
Mm,
Frederick Elementary, and I also went to Rockland. Went to West Baltimore Middle. So every school that I went to was typically on Frederick Road. I'm a husband. I'm a husband. I'm a father. I have, my wife and I. We have physical custody of my daughter, who is age 5 now. We have physical and legal custody of her. So it's like pretty much like my whole life. Funnel Cake King revolves pretty much around the schedule of my wife and my daughter. And it's like anything outside of that, it's like that's my time. But that's just really who I am. I'm a I consider myself a teacher and a role model. I
mm,
consider myself a role model, and it's not. And as I was speaking about, like, it's not how always it's not how you start, it's how you finish. So I was incarcerated,
mhm,
and I learned from my mistakes.
mhm.
So now I'm out here delivering funnel cakes and life into the individuals that don't have the life that they need, and I'm gonna bring you. I'm that heartbeat that's gonna
Mm.
beat around the whole city. You
Wow.
know,
Wow. I met you doing the funnel cake. I was like, who is this guy? He had your crown to the side. And
yeah,
then he was talking some trash and, and he was putting the dough. I said, who is this guy? And so
yeah,
when I met you, I was like, wow, he got a lot of charisma. You got a good
yeah,
idea. And that smell, the smell. Let me tell you something. Ain't nothing like the smell of some dough cooking. Real talk.
absolutely,
Yeah,
yeah,
it'll pull you from everywhere. It's like you're at the
yes,
circus. I'm like, where the rides at?
yeah. It's like popcorn. It's like the
Yeah,
only. It's like
exactly.
three. It's three core smells. It's like
Real talk.
it's only three smells when you go anywhere that's going to trump everything. Is charcoal,
Ooh,
popcorn, funnel cakes.
you're right. You smell them over everything.
You smell them over anything. If you go to a festival,
Really?
a
I didn't even
fair,
think about
anywhere,
that.
as soon
Yeah.
as you walk in a movie theater, it's popcorn. As soon as you go to a festival, the person that has charcoal is going to trump any smell there. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like that funnel cake smell is just like it's really the funnel cake smell is really just it's the happy ending. Like that's all it really is just a happy ending.
Yeah. They
It's
play with your endorphins.
that's
Like when
it.
you get around and you be like, oh, where's that? It plays
Yeah,
with
that's
your
it.
nose,
It's the
man.
happy ending. Like you just know at the end because I grew up and we traditional people. I
Mm-hmm.
grew up going to Six Flags, going to different
Yeah.
places, and they strategically places. If you look at all the funnel cake shops and all like not carnivals because carnivals are pop ups, but if
Yes.
you look at all amusement parks, the funnel cake stand is always at the entrance.
So you can smell that thing.
Yeah, it's
Ah.
always at the entrance and the exit. The entrance, the way in is the way out. So it's like they know where to put it at. So on the walk by, you gotta grab it and go with it. Like
Mm.
you like if you notice, like that's psychologically when I do these events, I
Mm-hmm.
say hi, good afternoon, good evening to every person that walk by me because I know that I'll see them later on. So it's like I might say 500 highs, and everybody is like, "I'll see you later once I get some food." And it's
Mm-hmm.
like I know what that look like now.
Yeah. And you know the kids going listen, they love sugar. They love
Yeah, absolutely.
it. They love it. Wow, that's amazing. I never even thought about that. Like there's three
Yeah,
core smells and that, it's strategic.
yeah,
But
that's all.
yeah, it pulls your money out your pocket for sure.
Exactly. That's why if you notice the way I learned from the history, McDonald's was very, very successful because of the one thing. Like if you look at any McDonald's, they wrote books about it's McDonald's called McDonaldization. Like it's a book called McDonaldization, and it talks about the four core principles that separates McDonald's from everybody else,
Mm.
and it's everything doubles back to the assembly line. So it's like if you can get anything in a strategic assembly line, you can always win. It's the
Wow.
assembly line. It's the
Yeah.
assembly line at
Just being able
Amazon.
to manufacture it and get it out. Yeah.
Amazon, like you see
Yeah.
people working at Amazon, they working with robots now,
You right,
and it's
bro?
it's an assembly line. So it's like I created the assembly line, and from that it really was just history. And I like I said, I learned from my peers.
Mm-hmm.
McDonald's, I consider McDonald's my peer.
Mm-hmm.
McDonald's, they always, like, if you look at all McDonald's that they're always on a corner, so that's one of the things that's one of their focal points is we need to own the corner, and we need to own the bricks that we on, and we need to own everything. The person that's franchising it need to pay us the rent. We need to own the ground. We need to own the building. So if this franchisee don't work out, we can put somebody else in there and bring in another person because we own everything, and it's not like a whole crumble,
Yeah, they
So
created the
that's
system. They created a system. They can plug anybody in. It's plug and play.
exactly. So
Yeah.
that's all I really did, and I haven't expand to other areas because it's a long term game that I'm playing. It's like I got 80 recipes up here, but I don't got to introduce all 80 of them. I can introduce 80 of them over the next 80 years.
You're right. I love that. Listen, that's a whole dimension. But when I
Yeah.
when I started really looking at you is what you
Yeah.
when you were trying to get your daughter. I
Yes.
want to delve into that a little because
Yes.
I really believe we have to talk about the process of men who really want to be present in their children's lives. And there's barriers, and the system is also a barrier.
Yes.
So I really want to talk about that because this is the KingHim series, and we're here to appreciate men, especially Black men. And so
Yes.
I want to hear a little bit about that process with that you took when you were trying to get control of your not control custody of your daughter.
I mean, so it as a man, it's like as a father, you kind of reality hits you when it's like, well, am I just going to continue to deal with this?
Mm-hmm.
Like, all right, three now, 15 years from now, do I currently like the state? Yes or no? And you got to make that decision. No, I don't like it. And you got to be able to really kind of make a decision and move forward and separate yourself from allowing he or she to be in that environment. So first and foremost, like the primary, reason that I even had the courage inside of me to go after the courts was, it was conditions, and it was my wife. Like my wife Patrice Bembo, she I was the engine, but she kept me. She changed my oil. Like she
Wow.
helped me really like her background and the friends and associates and stuff that she know
Mm-hmm.
is the reason that I was able to get custody of my daughter. So it's like it's 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 bigger than me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, she helped so much
Okay.
because of the staffing that, and what she do is with her being a clinician, being
Mm-hmm.
around the individuals that she was around and knowing what's needed. And
Okay.
it was like once the battery was in me, she kept it charged up, and once the battery was in me, I know how to talk. I know how to prove myself,
Mm-hmm.
in the court. And I was like, I don't want to hire no lawyer. You know what I'm saying? I made a decision to say I'm not hiring a lawyer. Not because I couldn't afford a lawyer. I didn't want to hire a lawyer because I wanted to try by myself first. Because I feel like I was able to do a lot of successful things in life without doing no school. Like I have a successful business with no business degree or any of that. So I had to try for myself.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like trying and just really applying is like, it's like all the courts care about is who's the best parent, and 90% of the time it falls in a female's favor because the man doesn't have anything that is tangible to hold on to. Like they might got a house, but they ain't got a run for the child. They may go and take her out to, you can take him or her out and do activities,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't have health insurance for the child. They don't have life insurance for the child. They don't. You can go to taking her to a dentist appointment, or go and do some different, some different stuff is one thing. But it's like if you're paying the health insurance, it's a whole nother lane. If you're paying for life insurance, then it becomes something totally different, and it's really just kind of based off of just intimidation. Like just the court systems are set up totally against the African American male. The
Mm.
reason why I can say that is because, like, when you walk in a court, they automatically ready to tell you to go on the right side. And it's like, no, I'm not the defendant, I'm the plaintiff. Like I
Wow.
filed for the I filed for
Proper
divorce. I
custody.
filed for
Okay.
custody.
Yeah. Wow.
I walk in child support, they like to the right. No, I need to be. They gave me a form. I went to child support.
Mm-hmm.
They put her mom on child support,
Oh
and I
wow.
walked in. They immediately just classified me as like, how much you coming to pay today? How much? Like, as soon as I walked in, they saw me as a number, and they gave me this form, and the form said it said the parent with custody. It was one down the middle. The parent with custody, the parent without custody. If you got custody, then you fill out this section. If you don't got custody, you fill out this section. And when I walked in, they immediately told me to sign all my information on the right. And I was like, but this, I have custody. And they was like, oh, you do? Oh, you on the other side. Yeah. Come on, come on. Would you like some water? It was totally different.
It changed the whole game, man.
It was totally different just being there amongst men that's on the other side, that's in
Mm-hmm.
there to pay versus collect. It was totally different.
Totally
Like this,
different.
the
Wow.
security guards, and it's like, it's just totally different. It's a lot of discrimination,
Mm.
kind of coming in, and that could definitely be that could be scary. If it could definitely be scary.
Wow. Well, I want to kind of delve into just a little bit and then we're going to move on. But what were some of the challenges and why did you think that you were a better suited parent than the mother? Because the system is set up. Let's be
Yeah,
clear. Let's be 100. It
yeah,
is set up for a woman if you're not married or separated, the child usually goes to the maternal side. So what
yeah.
was it that made you think you were more equipped to be a better parent? And then what are some of the barriers that you saw immediately before child support?
I mean, so it was just the facts. The facts was, myself and my ex wife, we separated,
Okay.
and she just kind of went, like, completely kind of went downhill.
Mm,
She moved my daughter out of the household into with her relatives, and her relatives was of age to not be able to barely kind of take care of themselves. So of
Okay.
course they won't be able to take care of a 3 year old at the time.
Sure.
And it was just constant stuff. Like I had my daughter for the weekend or a week or two, and I would potty train my daughter. Boom, we know potty train
Sure.
because you of age that you need to learn how to be potty trained. And
Absolutely.
it was issues where it was like I would do it, and then she would go back with with her mom, and then they'll put her right back in pull ups, and I'm like,
Mm.
nah. So it's like, damn, that's like I'm popping up to come and see her, and it's like she got a pull up, and I'm like, I just sent she got like 10 pair of panties, so she got
Hmm.
enough.
Make a
If she
mistake.
yeah,
Hmm.
if she make a mistake, you can go ahead and wash. They only a handful. You can
Yep.
wash them in the sink.
In a
Little
second.
hand, little hand soap. Call it a day. Put them on the side. Let them dry.
Absolutely.
They good to go.
Yep.
So it was just like the hygiene. It was a hygiene issue.
Okay.
I never spoke about this, but it was a hygiene issue, and it was just a lack of parenting. And it was
Mm.
like, yo, if I just like I don't feel comfortable dropping her off here.
Wow.
So it's like when you don't feel comfortable dropping your kid off somewhere, it's just like you gotta look in the mirror at yourself, like, yo, why am I dealing with this? You know
Absolutely.
what? How about you know what? How about I just keep her?
Mm.
How about I just keep her? And what you know what I'm saying? And what you gonna do?
Did she fight you? Not fight you. I don't want to say fight, but did she go against your will? Was there a some dissension between you guys? Was there a fight for the custody
No,
of the baby girl? There wasn't.
she didn't at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? My
Wow.
daughter was diagnosed with, with autism,
Mm-hmm.
uh, April of last year.
Okay.
and she pretty much she didn't put forth any fight, any effort, any financial contributions, any of that. So I've had custody of her for about 2 years now, and she still hasn't spent one dime, $1, anything, not a shoe, not a sock, not anything. So
Wow.
it's like um she didn't fight,
Okay.
and then when it was time to, when it was time to go to court and everything, um, she wasn't prepared.
Mm.
She wasn't prepared. She didn't. Everything was just personal. Like, oh, you mad? You still mad? You mad? When you gonna come? Like, pretty much, kind of like when you gonna come back home? And it's like, no, no, we're gonna do the divorce. I'm
Mm-hmm.
going at the custody. I don't want to do shared anything because you're showing this. And and when the judge had mandated what the specifics was and going out of court, um, the judge specifically said, okay, this child is diagnosed with autism. She has a whole care team, which means she has a therapist, a speech therapist, a social worker, school, pediatrician. Five.
Mm.
Five
Wow.
people.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what this is what I need you to do. Mr. Bimbo, can you provide her with all the contact information for these five people
Okay.
so she can create the relationships with these to learn how to deal with the diagnosis with her child, with your daughter? Provided the information, and in court, all she consistently said was that I just want to see on the weekends. I just want to see on the weekends. I just
Mm-hmm.
want to see on the weekends. Nothing about the week. Nothing about nothing. She just want to see her on the weekends. To post some photos with her on Instagram or Facebook. To
Wow.
take her out. Nothing. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? So when the judge said that you got to do these five things because this is in best in regards to the child,
Mm-hmm.
need you to get in contact with them, get familiar with them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she didn't communicate to one person. It's been over almost 2 years now. Yeah, yeah, almost 2 years now, and she still hasn't reached out to any of the five people.
Wow. Well, this is and folks need to hear that listen, Not only men have a lack of interest of being parents, there are
Yes,
women who have a lack of interest of being parents.
exactly.
And I'm not here to blow up my sister. I don't know her, but if you're not focusing on your child, then you have a lack of interest. And we have to understand that men have it and women have it too. And the system has to be show equity for that. And what we're seeing in your case is you were able to go and state your case, do what you were supposed to do with the instructions that they gave you, and now you
Yeah.
have full custody of your daughter.
Yes,
Wow,
that's it.
amazing, amazing. Because I saw a lot of your stuff on Facebook. You was angry for a minute.
Yeah, I mean, it was like
Yeah.
I went ahead and put that one post out there because that post was really directed to specific people that was like straddling and playing both sides of the fence.
Mm.
So that post was really just it was just here's all the facts of this matter. This is I'm gonna give you play by play. It's coming from me.
Mm-hmm.
You can check the courts. You can check the courts. You can listen to the tapes, the
Mm-hmm.
transcripts, whatever. This is everything. Since run tell all this. This is the specifics. This is why. This is like people. A lot of people straddle. They were straddling the fence, and I lost. I lost some dear. Like some people kind of straddled the fences in the wrong way,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like now I'm not friends with the person that even brought us to the table, and it kind of, what I'm saying, like it was like, dang, like you was just so focused on on gossip that you didn't even think about the relationship that I had with your soon to be husband. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm not friends with the husband because of certain actions that the that the that the fiance did.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Wow, that's
Yeah,
unfortunate. That
yeah,
and unfortunately, when things happen, you're gonna have some casualties, bro. And it is hurtful, but sometimes it might be good for you. You can circle back, but
yeah, yeah,
at this point, you gotta raise this girl. You gotta
yeah,
you're a girl dad,
yeah.
and that's the most important thing. And I want to say to you that I commend
Thank you.
your transparency, but also your quest to be in your child's life and now to be the caretaker. That is
Yes,
beautiful. And black men, and to see a black man doing that, I got to give you your homage on that one. You
thank
got
you.
a lot of respect for that. That's some good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah,
And you have a great wife. I want to tell you that.
yes, that's my.
That's a sweet lady.
Yeah, she hold it down.
Oh
She.
man, you got a great wife, and
Thank
you
you.
know, a man that has a great wife gonna go far. So
Exactly, exactly. And
you're doing real well. You're
it's not
definitely
a
doing
morning I don't wake up that I don't feel like I don't feel like Obama. You know what I'm saying? Every morning I feel like
you
I'm
got a
Obama.
Michelle. I love
Yeah,
it.
I got Michelle right there.
I know that's right.
Yes,
And I
yeah,
want to say to the folks, like when we sent the flyer to you, and you came, and let me tell you what he wrote back to me. He wrote, "I would appreciate it if you would put a family man because
yes,
I am intentional about being a good husband." I
yes,
was so impressed with that. I'm
yes,
tell you, because a lot of sisters out here looking for love, and we're looking for somebody who to appreciate us. And Patrice don't even know you wrote that.
yeah,
And I just think that is so admirable that a man is big. And I heard in this conversation you've mentioned her over and over, and that's just a beautiful thing.
yeah,
It's a
yeah,
beautiful thing, and it's a beautiful thing to find a woman to be a mother to your child.
yes.
So you're very blessed in a lot of ways.
Thank you,
A
thank you.
lot of ways, a lot of ways. So we're gonna move on from that. I really wanted to. I told you I want to talk about the
Yeah,
fatherhood
I
thing.
had to. Yeah,
Yeah,
and now that just kind of put a spark in me to just help some dads now. So it's like
yeah,
I
that
help
would
the
be
few,
beautiful.
I help the few, and I'm definitely gonna be opening up my doors to help some because it's really like
Yeah,
I have the 5-step process to
really.
get for African American male to get custody of their child. I can break it down in 5 steps, and
I would
those.
tell you right there, that's a commodity.
Yes, I can
That
break
is
it
a
down in
commodity.
five steps. The
Really.
the core stuff, and it's like the best thing about it is I did it pretty much in court,
Mm-hmm.
and it was about 8 steps that I did in court,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, but it's really 5 core ones, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like I have the records, I have the court documents for you to be able to quote back to my case.
Wow.
because
That's good.
that's the one thing I learned about being in prison is when you give me your time back. I gave 1 year back in prison, right?
Okay.
When you give your time back, you have to be able to find a case that is similar to yours, and then be able to almost quote that word for word to get forward.
Okay, so tell us what give your time back. What do you mean by that? Because
All
I'm
right, so when I was incarcerated,
hmm
I was at an institution called Patuxent Institute,
sure.
and I'm gonna be so. This is how it was. So Patuxent Institute will only allow you to get 10 days per month. However, based off of what I was doing, I was
Hmm.
eligible for 15 days a month.
Oh wow.
Exactly right. So
That's
what
half a
happened?
month.
Exactly right. So
Yeah.
an additional, like, that's a lot of time.
Yes.
So if you're in a program for 5 years and you're only getting 10 days per month, I had to write and I had to quote law from previous people. It's a gentleman by the name of it's on the head of it's on the tip of my tongue, man. But he was able to get his extra days. So
Okay.
I quoted his stuff, I studied it, and I encouraged other people to do it. And it's like nobody, when I was locked up, then nobody want to really believe or follow through. Anybody
Hmm.
was just like, even now, like I see people and they like, dang man, I wish I would have did this and did that. And it's like nobody wanted to do it, and I felt like it was my obligation to follow suit. So it's like
Oh,
once I gave that time back, what happened was the courts awarded me 367 days.
that's a year. It's 365. That's a year.
The paper came through, it said 365, 360, 367 days. When I
Hmm.
saw it, it was like
Wow.
unbelievable. Like, do this mean I'm coming home a year early? And it was like, yes, you're going home a year early now. And it's like I would have came home in 2014. I came home in 2013. So like literally a whole year.
I love that.
And it was
That's
like,
another game right there. You thought
and
you dropping jewels tonight. That's another
exactly. And
game.
it's like I felt like if I was able to write and do that and give and come home a year early, no lawyer, I felt like I had that momentum and that energy in me. Man, I could go in court and win. I don't need no lawyer. The lawyer that I hired last got me 12 years. I don't want a lawyer. And that's the momentum and the drive I had going in the court for custody.
For your daughter.
Yep, and
Wow.
that was my second case that I won without a lawyer. And
Ah, I gotta put that. We gotta put that jewel in again. Listen, guys, if you get caught
yeah,
up in jail because it's happening, get in the books. Start
yes,
reading. Start finding precedent law or
yes,
people who've been through your process. If you find that, then you know how to get out. And then when you get out, be great. It's not
that's it.
hard.
That's
It's
it.
not
Just get out and be, get out
and
and
be
be
great.
great.
Yep.
I said I definitely want to that's one thing I definitely want to do is I want to definitely help some men get custody of their children, because I felt like me just I can't take this with me to the grave without helping at least, like I'm 100% type of person. Like, it's like I feel like I gotta at least position myself to help 100, even if it's just 10. But it's like I gotta help a certain amount for me to feel confident even going to my grave with this. I'm 35, so it's like it's
Hmm.
my responsibility to at least try to help however I can. At least if they're in the same exact kind of situation,
Yep.
at least it's worth a try. People just every conversation I had with people about custody, they all said the same thing. They all said, yo, I'm just trying to just do shit because I know it'll be difficult. And I'm like, man, you already defeated, man.
Yeah.
Like, if you can strive for the top, if you strive for custody, you might meet at shared. If you strive for shared, then you might just meet at only being able to see it once or twice a month.
Absolutely. And we
So you
have to
got to at
fight
least,
for our children. We got to
yes,
fight.
you got
Yeah.
to at least strive a little high. You
Hmm.
strive high and meet in the middle, because they're gonna have that conversation with you, like, well, do you want to just do shed and all that? And it's like, no, I came in for 4. I want full. No,
Full custody.
this is why I want it. I already proved it. The
Yeah.
opening testimony I gave was my opening statement was 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Whoa. You weren't playing, was you?
I gave him 230. The reason why I gave him 230 is because I knew that if I won, somebody coming behind me, they'll need to be able to see all those points going to court.
Wow.
It was for the it was really for the it was
This is for
about
the culture. You did this for the
yeah,
culture.
yeah, it really was
Yeah.
about being able to have that as a document for other people behind me.
I love that.
I
And
was
that's how
sweating
we
the
have to
whole
live.
time. My arms was sweating. My hands was cold. I mean, I'm still a human, you
Yep.
know.
But you did it. You did
Yeah,
it. And you got your
yeah,
baby. And so
yeah. Me and
that's
my
a big
wife did
thing.
it. Yeah,
So I definitely wanted to highlight that. But
yes,
also, I want the folks to know there's so many dimensions to Funnel K. I call you Funnel
yeah,
K. Yeah, his name is Dwayne, but I call him Funnel K. It is just so many dimensions to you. You are doing some politics, bro. Talk to me. What's that about?
yeah. So it's like, all right, so so shout out. So first and foremost, shout out to Marcus Dent. Marcus Dent of
Oh,
the 45th district.
yep.
When I first came home from prison,
Mm-hmm.
I met Marcus, and Marcus was like he was so inspiring to me because he was the dean of Test College. He was the dean of the computer repair at Test College. I met
Really?
him. Yeah, he was the dean, and I was like, when I met him in his office, I was like, "Yo, how old are you?" And he was like, "I'm 27." So it was like he climbed to the top of
He was
Test.
the dean at 27?
He was a dean at 27. I walked in his office, I sat down, and I was like, dang, he
Wow.
27. I'm 26. I just came home from prison. I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I want to, you know what I mean? I want to be around you, man. I'm like, you know what I'm
Yes.
saying? He
Yeah.
introduced me to 5 star, and then the rest was just history. So it's like, Dent introduced me to 5 star. And then,
Oh, that's my man. The DJ.
yeah, Kendrick Tillman.
Kendrick.
So
Mr. Kendrick. Yeah.
exactly. So that's how it happened. So Marcus was, he was campaigning for, a gentleman by the name of Russell Neverdine. Russell
Mm.
Neverdine was running for state's attorney, and I was a part of the campaign with them. And then Marcus ran for I think city councilman.
Mm-hmm.
Then he lost that. He ran for delegate. He ran for delegate like twice.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I was just around all these just different campaigns year after year, year after year. I'm seeing this guy my age, what I'm saying, going after this. And
Right.
like, so it's like when the opportunity became available, he ran for delegate the last time. And, he ran for delegate about 4 years ago. I ran for Central Committee in the 45th District. I'm already there. Corey McCray was running for senator. Brandon Scott was running for lieutenant governor. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I was catering. So it was like I was catering food for everybody that was running. And
Mm-hmm.
I was like, forget it, I'm gonna run too. So I ran myself. I got endorsed. I got a big time endorsement. Um, but I got a big time endorsement. I cannot remember the name of it, but I got an endorsement
Mm-hmm.
and that ladies, women in action. I think it was
Mm-hmm.
what it was. I think it was women in action. But
Okay.
I had got like that major endorsement. No, United Women Workers. United Women Workers. So it's like I had got like a big endorsement.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody that was running was like, yo, that's unheard of to get an endorsement and you running for central committee. So I was just like, dang, y'all really hating a little bit. But it was what it was, right? Um,
They're telling you the truth. You like they hating.
yeah, so it's like for real. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like I ran and I lost by like 200 votes. Lost by like 200 votes.
Really?
So me, I had to run again. I moved back west. I'm in a 40th district now,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like I had to run again. So Christmas the last, no Thanksgiving the last year, we was giving away funnel. I was giving away free funnel cakes last Thanksgiving in front of City of Gods. Shout out to City of Gods.
Shout out to City of Guys for sure.
Yeah, and there was a bunch of people out there, and Antonio Hayes was there. Senator Antonio Hayes was there,
Mm-hmm.
and he introduced me to this gentleman, and I seen everybody attracting to this one gentleman, and I'm like, The gentleman had a Maryland jersey on, brown skin, bald head, a little tall. So I'm like, Maryland jersey. Me, I'm focused on funnel case, giving away funnel case, right? And and I told Senator Hayes, I was like, yo, I'm gonna run for Central Committee. I'm over here. He was like, yo, we need you. Senator Hayes was like, yeah, all right, that's what's up. We need you. He was like, I'm
Wow.
about to introduce you to somebody. I was like, all right. So he brought the guy over. The guy came and stepped behind the table. He was like, Funnel Cake King, what's up, man? Nice to meet you. Nice to finally meet you. So I'm like, all right, like, nice to meet you, bro. You know, like, I don't know who this is,
Mm-hmm.
but everybody's like, yo, they want to take pictures and stuff. We taking pictures, we mingling, we talking, and we take a couple pictures. And then I'm like, when he leave, I'm like, yo, who? I'm like, who's Senator Hayes? I'm like, who's this? Transparent conversation. I'm like, who this? He said, this is Wes Moore.
Oh wow.
He said, this is Wes Moore. He's running for governor, and he has my support. He said he has my support.
Wow. And today we sit here, he is governor. How about that?
So it's like I'm like he got your support. I'm like, all right, he got my support too. Yo. I'm running. I'm getting on the ballot with y'all. And he looked at me like, for real. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get on the ballot with y'all. I did it in the 45th. They was like, yeah, I know. They was like, all right, I'm gonna do it here. So I told him and Westmore at the same time. And same day I met Westmore, and then I got his personal number, and we just been talking.
That's
And I
good.
was like, man, I'm telling you, I was like, man, I'm really gonna run with y'all. And they kind of was like, all right, but I really ran with him, and you know what I'm saying, and all three of us won. And
Look at that. Look
yeah,
at
so,
that.
yeah, so the whole like these last 9 months really just been we've been in Antonio Hayes mode, Brooke Lieberman mode,
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
um, Westmore mode, and then the senators, Melissa Wells,
Mm-hmm.
Marlon Humphrey, and myself,
That's what's
and
up.
yeah, and I ran, why not?
Yeah, I saw your signs in the hood. I said, wait a minute, that's
I feel like,
okay.
yeah, and I won by like 1,500 votes, so I felt
Because I
like I
didn't
won.
even know your name. All I
Yeah,
know is Fun Okay. I was like, that's Fun
exactly.
Okay.
You saw I had to put the
I
logo
saw the
on it.
signs, bro.
I had, so it's like the company sponsored me, and because that's what people know me as. Nobody
Mm-hmm.
know me as Bimbo, so I
Yeah.
had to. So my team had to be strategic
You got to
and
put
kind of
yourself on
create.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The team, my company sponsored me, and the rest was just history. So now I take over in like another 45 days. So we
Hallelujah.
are gonna be getting sworn in right before the end of the year. So it'll
Listen,
be
invite me to that. I want to cover that.
yeah. So it should be
I want to
everybody's.
see you do that.
So it's
Yeah.
gonna be probably a big party and probably a big party in Annapolis,
Okay.
or at least the sworn in process is gonna take place, and
Okay.
everybody that won, Ivan Bates, Westmore, everybody, and they are my homies, so we are. I mean, it just is what it is. So I already know it. It's like once you know everybody,
Yeah.
it's like when you know Brandon Scott and you know Nick Mosby and
Yep.
it's like once you know everybody, it's
Mm-hmm.
like y'all might as well just set up the table with y'all now. I
I
already know y'all.
I love it. But okay, I'm listening. Are you listening at your story, bruh? I want you to hear your story.
I,
Ex felon, custody your daughter. Now you on Central Committee. I'll be talking to you next year, and you're gonna be mayor. I'm like, wait a minute, fun, okay.
you
You didn't
know,
tell me none of this.
not
But
not
you
not
a
yet,
bad man,
not
bro.
yet, not yet.
You're
Not
doing
yet.
big things, though. I love
Yeah,
your
I'm gonna
story.
see how this do, but yeah, man,
I
Brandon,
want to
if you
follow you. You
listening,
gotta come back.
you safe, Brandon. All right,
I saved him, man.
you
Listen,
safe.
I saved him. I need you to come back, and,
Yeah,
and and we need to talk about, as you move through the politics and you learn things. I really
of
want to
course.
continue talking about this because I mean, you a man of million. I knew you were a man of many talents because I'm about to drop another on the people. We about to drop something else you doing. This brother into real estate. Let's hit him. But okay,
So it's like, so it's like,
you
I
too.
feel like this, like we sit back and we listen to certain songs and stuff, and they always talk about like we need a hero. I feel like Baltimore City need a hero. I feel like the Dope Boys need somebody that they can relate to I feel like the kids need somebody that they can relate to. I feel like single fathers just need somebody they can relate to. So it's like, if y'all saying that these are the areas that with like pilot, y'all saying that y'all don't want to vote
Hmm.
because of this, because you're a felony, because it don't matter. You got felony on your record. All right, I'm gonna show you that you can win with a felony on your record,
Yeah.
and it's like I'm gonna show you that you can get custody of your child. You know, I'm gonna show you that you can build a empire. I'm gonna show you that you can get inside of 80 plus schools in Baltimore City. You know, and I'm gonna show you like after a while, it's like I'm gonna show you that you can blend into other stuff. I'm gonna show you that you can learn from the same rappers that you're listening to. And you know, if you listen, everybody always talking about real estate now. So it's like
Real
I'm
talk.
just following with Rick Ross, Ti, you
They
know,
are doing it.
Jay Z. I'm just following what the people that I look up to are already doing. So at this point, it's just like, why not get into real estate? We have so what's interesting is that I close on a property tomorrow at 11 a.m.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm closing on a third property tomorrow at 11, and then
Congrats, brother.
thank
Congrats.
you, thank you, and then another property should be closed out. So it should be two properties closed out in like the next 72 hours.
So by the end of the year, you a bad dude. I
Next
love it.
72, next 72
Next
hours,
72.
like
So the first 72, which is
70.
you ain't the first 48, the first
Yeah,
72.
like these next 72 hours, it's Monday. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
next 72 hours, we should be closing out on two properties.
I am.
And
That
it's
is
just like
sweet.
I've seen it done, you know, like Nipsey Hussle inspired me so much, you
Yeah.
know.
That brother was next level.
Yeah, man, you know, like Queen, like he inspired me just so much, being able to do it on the level that he did it at,
Yep.
and I was able to relate to a lot of stuff that he experienced.
Sure. Sure.
So it's just like, why not? Like I just feel like at this point, I just feel like I got the momentum, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like I'm just winning, and it's like I'm 35, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like I have a goal when I turn 40, and it's right now it's just by any means necessary. We about to introduce the food truck. The food truck is coming out.
Love it, bro. That's what's
Yeah,
up.
the food truck is gonna come out, and then we're gonna do another food truck, and then another food truck, and then another trailer, and then we gonna buy some land, and we gonna start building the food trucks on the land. I'm gonna teach the kids how to build the food trucks on the land,
I love it.
and
I love
then
it.
it's just like why not? It's like once your monthly expenses is taken care of, like what else in life is it to do but to just really to just you can either give back or just continue to just build to be more and more
And
of a
create new
capitalist.
spaces for yourself, and that's what you're doing.
Yeah,
You like forging new spaces. But I just love that. And one of my friends that says your past does not have to define you. She said that in the comments, and that's so true.
yeah,
Is we you cannot live in the past. It happened now, and it might have happened for you and not to you. You
yeah,
might have needed that shit. Excuse my
yeah.
language, because that turned
Needed
you
that
around.
shit.
You
Excuse
needed
my
that shit
language. Yeah,
because
right.
yeah, bro, because that gets you where you need to be. So things don't happen sometimes to you, it happens for you. And I listen to you now, and in your early 20s, you weren't doing too good. But
Yeah,
then you sat down for a minute, you start getting in them books, and you got up out of there, and look, you are on fire, bruh. Fire.
important.
You you boiling.
It's just it's needed, you know. It's
It
just
is.
you know, I'm gonna be tapping into. I'm gonna just continue to just tap into just different stuff,
Yep.
and now it's just I feel like it's now it's what's most important is being able to teach your kids just entrepreneurship. I feel like that's the most important thing. I feel like you know having access to as many youth that I have. You know, if
Mm-hmm.
I'm not able to tap into a minimum of like 100 minds, then it's like it's just you know it's a waste of time. Like, and that's just how I am. It's like if I wanna, you know, retire at a certain age,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like the only way that I can really do that is by multiplying myself with the youth.
I
You know,
love
because adults kind of be in their own mind, they on
it.
their
Yeah.
own mind state, and they like I ain't used to do it like this when I used to work at Popeyes and we did it like this, and I'm like, listen, you never had your own. This
Oh.
This is you never had your own. We're not
Absolutely.
frying chicken. We're frying funnel cakes. I do not. I do
This is
not
what's
need. I
different.
do not need the funnel cake deep fried. I don't need it
I
because
can't.
nobody. Why you don't want it? Because nobody gonna want it. I don't need to fry hard. I
You
don't
don't
need.
need no. Yeah, this is not
Yeah, I need
chicken box.
just right.
This
It
is funnel cake.
yeah, it take 10 seconds on each side. That's it.
I
This
love
is
it.
not.
You like you had to. This is not your own, and this ain't Popeyes.
Yeah, this is
This is
not
funnel
Popeyes. You
cake.
know, like it's not none of that. It's a different. It's not a mentor. I'm the mentor in this industry. It's nobody else. The
Love
closest thing to us is Auntie Anne's. That's it.
it. I love it.
That's it. It's just
Listen,
us, Auntie Anne's.
Auntie Anne's is the close, and she ain't in the hood. I
That's
promise you,
it.
Auntie ain't
That's
coming
it.
up in this joint. Y'all
That's
better
it.
see fun, okay?
Yeah, that's it.
Because
That's
Auntie
it.
ain't coming to see you.
Yeah, she
You
ain't
don't
gonna be
see
on
no
no dope.
Auntie in the inner city.
Yeah,
None of
she ain't
them.
gonna be on no. She ain't gonna be on no dope strips. None of that.
Nah,
Yeah, that's it.
nah, she
So
not
I'm
doing
gonna
that.
give it to you. I'm gonna meet you where you at, and we gonna
Mhm.
build from there.
I love that. Listen,
Yeah,
I know it's so many other dimensions of you. I mean, I ain't trying to put all your stuff in the street, but I just want to inspire other young brothers. That's really what it is. It's to inspire other young people. Because listen, we all make mistakes. We all go through something in life, and not everyone gets to prison, but some of us just didn't get caught. How about that?
yeah,
So the bigger thing is, what are you doing with your life? And so what I see what you're doing with your life is you're multiplying greatness and continuing to look for other avenues to be greater.
that's
And
it.
I love to see that. I'm so glad that you sat down with me. I'm gonna stay on you now. Like fun, okay, come on in here, let's talk about something.
Yeah, I'm
Because
with it.
if we
I'm with
want
it.
to if we want to inspire young people, sometimes it's just hearing your story. Like, you don't know Nipsey, but you heard
Yeah,
his story.
that's it. That's all it
That's
took.
it. You
That's
know,
all it
and
took. That's all
yep.
it took is a book or the interview. The interview normally do it. It normally get us where we need to be at. You know, sometimes people just feel like no, we can't do that. And I'm like, yo, Tyler Perry and Steve Harvey, they said the same thing. They both was homeless. You know,
Mm,
it's like, yo, like you homeless right now. You stand over your girl house, your mom house, your aunt house.
yep.
What make
Real
you
talk.
think? At least they was in cars. At least you got a bed or a
Right.
couch. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Maximize your space. Maximize what
yeah.
you got. Yep.
Yeah. So, just thank you so much for having me. I know it's been a
Absolutely.
long process, and
You worth it.
I'm
You're
glad that you was
absolutely
able to
worth
at
it.
least get into school, because it's like sometimes people be on interviews and they say this and that and this and that, but then the person in the interview, they not able to back up the madness that they witnessed. Like, yeah, I hear what you're saying. No, you was in the school with me.
In the school with you
There's a
that day.
difference.
I was in there. No, I got interviews with the kids. I was
Yes.
listen, and I'm gonna come see you again. I got listen. My goal is to touch the community. And I can't wait for you to touch me. I gotta come touch y'all. And so
Yeah.
I
For
comes
sure.
out, and I'm always gonna come out. We got to, but I
Yes.
want to talk to you for me. I got a question, and I really don't do this often, but I do have one, and I want to read this to you. It says, as I listen intently, and in addition to helping those free now, any thoughts on helping those still trying to come home from the '94 crime bill that put so many men and women away?
And
Any yeah, the '94 crime bill. I think that's the drug bill, and that put a lot of people away, like three strikes. I think that's what that is.
yeah,
I'm not.
that's like, yeah, 90. That's what Clinton had
Yeah, that's
created.
Clinton joint. Yep.
Yeah, Clinton. I mean, when I'm on a collect call with somebody, and I hope this person to listen. When I'm on a collect call with somebody, I tell everybody the same exact thing. I let them know. I say this. I say, look, man, you got all the time that you need right now to create your own right now. Like if you're tired of being in there and you feel like you was done wrong with your case, then
Mm-hmm.
that means you need to be in the library handling your criminal law stuff, reading it. It's somebody in there that got the resources that you need. You just gotta find that person in the
Yeah.
prison on the tier with you. It's somebody right there, and it's like the individuals that are transitioning home and that are gonna be coming home.
Uh-huh.
I tell everybody, like, if you don't have, I tell people like this, like, if you coming home, then you need to be doing everything in there. You need to be able to You need to create all your products while you in prison. So
Wow.
if it's a book that you if you after you done read 100 books, it's like you gotta write a book. Why? Because it's like
Wow.
you gotta write a book. I wrote 3 books and none of them has been published. You know
Wow.
why?
But you gotta write those books. Wow.
I wrote you gotta write a book. You gotta write a business plan. Like if you want to start your own business, business starts behind the wall in prison. It starts there. You already got the customer service. Why? Because you forced to interact with killers and murderers and drug dealers and child molesters and rapists and correctional officers that think that they are more than what they are. You know what I'm saying? So you already dealing with all these characteristics, so you're gonna get all the customer service stuff that you need. You're around people getting killed. You're around a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So it's like while you behind the wall, you need to use that time. If it's 10 years, if it's 20 years, whatever it is. If you want to come home, get in the books. If it's not an opportunity, then start to write business plans. Start to write. I'm just trying to tell you, you got to start somewhere. The education that they have, take advantage of every single piece of education that you got. And
Mm.
whatever they got, I don't care what it is. It can be a workshop development. It could be teaching you how to clean, how to properly wax the floor. And you like, I don't want to wax the floor. Learn it because somebody on the outside will pay you for your service.
Listen, that is
Pay you for your service.
excellent advice. Erica, I hope we helped. She asked that question, and Funnel,
Yeah.
you amazing, bro. I'm just like, listen, we gotta have you again and again
With
and
it.
again and again.
I'm definitely, I'm definitely with it. I don't get, you would think I don't. So like I don't get asked for interviews, and I don't really go and pursue. Don't nobody ask me about no interviews. I don't go and pursue to no interviews. Just like I don't tip it. I don't tend to. I don't get awards. You know what I'm saying? Like I got 3 awards
I
this
saw
year.
you get one. Yeah.
Yeah, I got three. I got 3 awards this year. But it's like I don't. I just stay focused. Just stay
Hmm.
driven in what I'm doing. And it's like they'll figure it. They'll come around. Like people don't know that I ran for election and won. It's like people see me and they think funnel case. They don't know that about to be an elected official.
Yeah. That's
Saying
isn't that something? And I mean, you're everywhere in my mind because I see it. I see you doing
yeah,
this. I see, and I've been pursuing you for months. I've been on you like you are coming to sit with me. I don't care what cook. You can cook a funnel cake, but you coming.
yeah, I'm with it. I'm with it.
And so I'm so glad I did. This has been a great in your patience. We had technical difficulties, and
Yeah, it's
but
cool.
the folks have the black boxes are here. They're asking questions. They're interested in what you're saying. You're a whole mood, bruh. That's all I got to say. You a whole mood for sure, and
Thank you.
you're doing great things in your life. I want you to keep doing that. And if we can support you in any way, please come through. And we're gonna talk anyway. So
Yeah, I'm gonna say two
go ahead.
things,
Go ahead.
three things that that's coming up, right?
All right.
So I'm gonna be opening up a commercial kitchen really soon
Okay.
for chefs to be able to rent out so they can cook, do their catering needs, and it's an event space as well. So
Okay.
you'll be able to cook your food and serve your food to your peers. It's nothing open up to the public. It's private, 50 people only type of establishment. So that's one thing that we're gonna be opening up really soon.
Okay.
Another thing that we're going to be transitioning and doing is I'm going to be actually getting a job. I'm going to be getting a job. I'm going to be getting a job being a business coach with Greater Baltimore Urban League. So
Beautiful.
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just be a business coach because it's more ears that need to be able to kind of hear, and
Hmm.
um and I think that that'll be able to kind of help us with gaining access to just different resources. So it's like I'll be at the table politically, I'll be at the table on just different levels, and this is just for the community. I'm only doing it for the community. So those are 2 projects that are coming up, and the third project is we're gonna be launching Funnel Cake King Cares. Funnel Cake King Cares. The same way you have the NBA cares, you have the NFL cares, you have these different entities. We're gonna be launching Funnel Cake King Cares, where we're gonna be providing the schools with wraparound services. We're gonna be doing like job fairs
Mm-hmm.
at schools during school hours for the parents, like with like good, yeah, because it's like good, making some good money
Yeah.
for the parents. And we're gonna also gonna be providing just different training, different certifications for
Mm.
forklifting, serve safe, CNA, GNA. We're gonna be
Excellent.
putting the parents in a lot of good positions to be able to win, and we're gonna be and the youth will be able to gain certifications as well. My wife is actually gonna be doing babysitting certifications, so as early as age 11, you'll be able to be a certified babysitter.
Wow.
Um, and this is Authentic American Heart Association.
Amazing.
Um, so we just got some big projects just coming up. So just stay tuned. We got a lot coming up. And yeah, that's I'm gonna just give y'all that for right now.
That's a lot. I love it.
Yeah,
Funnel K and Funnel Q. Y'all bad. The Funnel Cake and Queen.
yes,
Y'all bad. I love what you're doing. Listen, and we're gonna talk and definitely build
absolutely.
on what you're doing. You're doing amazing things in the community. I'm so glad to hear your story. You've definitely blessed us tonight for
Thank
sure.
you.
Definitely blessed us tonight. I want you
Thank you so
also though
much.
to leave us with a jewel. Leave us with Funnel K's jewel.
Be as bold as you can be in anything, no matter what it is. Be as bold as you can be. If you're the best and you think you're the best, if you want to be the best, call yourself the boldest name that you can. Me, I call myself the king of funnel cakes, right? Funnel cake king is a difference between being just I just sell funnel cakes. I'm saying that I'm the king of this because you know that every great mind has always had people come behind them to try to mimic what they did, right? So always be as bold and intentional as you can be at the beginning. Don't wait until years down the road. Be as bold as you can at the beginning, because guess what? It's as of right now, it's about 19 people that are selling funnel cakes now. Why? Because they're just trying to just ride the wave of what they're doing, and I can't allow that to get me down or anything. I can't allow that to take me away from anything. So be as bold as you can be, because there's somebody coming to replace you. It starts with your name. It starts with your name.
Oh my good, that is
Yes.
amazing. You are, bruh. Listen, thank you so much. I
Yeah,
mean, I
they
hope
call
we
me.
inspired tonight. We got some black boxes here. They saying thank you, great. You doing? I mean, they're
Man,
just bigging you up in the comments. I want you to
thank
know
you.
they
I
love
gotta
you,
go on here.
bruh. They're giving you straight love. And
Yeah, yeah,
listen,
yeah.
guys, be as bold as you can be. You heard
Be as
that,
bold
brother.
as you can
Be as
be.
bold as you can be.
Yeah.
Listen, this has been the KingHim series. We've had an extraordinary black man with us tonight. I appreciate everyone who has come in and
Ooh, look at all
listen.
these comments on
Yeah, they
here.
on you, bruh.
Yeah,
And all of you guys who have commented and you're stuck in here with us tonight because we definitely had some technical difficulties. But bless you, bless you, fun, okay?
thank
Bless
you
the
so
black
much.
boxes. We
Thank
are
y'all so
back.
much.
Thank you so much for your time, bruh.
Have an
We box
amazing
up and
day.
out. Can we
Let's
get some
go.
deuces? We out of
And
here. Good night, black boxes.
good
See
night,
you next
Queen.
time. We in tomorrow. Hit us tomorrow. Peace.